Hi guys, I'm Sam. I'm the product manager here at Zell Education. Guys, today's topic is really interesting. A lot of students come up and ask us that why aren't we able to clear the ACCA paper in the first attempt? Or why aren't Indians able to clear the ACCA papers? So let's get to the basics. Okay, we have a couple of points to discuss in the video. I'm sure it will help you guys. I'm sure you guys can be able to clear the ACCA papers after watching this video. So guys, the first and most important point is that all of us, from K1 to K12, even in graduation, we are always writing our papers, with a pen and paper, right? And that's the traditional approach. But ACCA papers have to be written online. They're all computer-based exams. And that's where a lot of students are unable to complete the paper. They don't know how to write the paper. Their typing speed is not that good. That's the major reason students can't clear the ACCA exams. They've learned the concepts really well. They've done a lot of mock exams, but they're unable to clear the exams. So my only advice is the moment you start studying, I'm sure that since you're studying any subject, let's say FM, you're studying capital budgeting, start practicing the sums on Excel instead of writing them down. On the first day itself, don't say that I'll practice on Excel on the last day. On the first day itself, start practicing the sums on a computer so you're ready for the computer-based exams. Similarly, a lot of students come who have already cleared graduation, so they get a lot of exemptions. Okay, so anyone getting exemptions, two things. Number one, I know you've got probably 3 exemptions, 4 exemptions. There are some students who get 6 exemptions. But always take a pre-learning process. Try to understand the subject. So, for example, FA is related to FR. Okay, financial accounting is related to financial reporting. So, if you're going to financial reporting directly because you've got an FA exemption, just go through the FA notes once. Understand the concept, understand the base. Look how the FA exam was. That will give you much more clarity on how to give the FR exam. You don't have to give the exam to the ACCA body, but just go through the FA paper once. Take a week or two and understand that. Here at Zell Education, we have a pre-learning process where students, especially who are getting exemptions, we give them pre-learning. They get to see how the subjects they're exempted to. They get a few video recordings so that they can understand that much better, and then they can take it forward from there. Guys, coming to the second point is that if you have cleared your graduation, you have given all your papers, you have written all the papers, start practicing. So at Zell, we keep mock exams which are exactly the same like how they come in your ACCA paper. Moving forward, a couple of other points. A lot of people, just because they want to complete the course much faster, they try to give 4 papers at a time, 3 papers at a time. So I love the optimism that you guys want to clear the papers faster, but think about it. You probably want to give 1 paper per quarter or 2 papers per quarter. Giving 3 papers per quarter, 4 papers per quarter is not always advisable because all your 4 papers will be in 1 week. We don't get a lot of holidays also. And similar to that point is exam planning. When you're booking for an exam, suppose you're giving 2 papers itself, try to choose exams which are equally distant from each other. Like one's on a Monday, the next one on a Thursday. Don't take an exam on a Monday and on a Tuesday. It becomes difficult for you to cope up for the second paper. Besides that, guys, exam planning, but study plan is very important. If you are thinking that I'll study in the last 2 weeks and I'll probably clear the ACCA paper, you're wrong. You have to start studying from initially itself. So that's why in Zell, we constantly keep tests every week. So if you're prepared for the test, that means you'll do well in the mock. If you'll do well in the mock, that means you'll do well in the paper itself. Just break it down. What used to happen initially is that we used to find that a lot of students are failing in the mock exams, right? And they give their mock exams 2 weeks prior to the exam. In those 2 weeks, it's very difficult for us to make sure the student passes. So we started with tests. So students keep giving tests. And if they do well in the test, they'll do well in the mocks. If they do well in the mocks, they'll do well in the paper itself. I'm telling you, study planning is crucial. It's key. It's very important. Please plan your study from the start itself. Guys, the last point about the paper itself, most of the ACCA papers are case study based, and we are used to probably the mugging up system which we had in the BCom and BAP, especially theory, guys. Where they ask you what are the principles of management and what are the Potter's 5 forces model, and you just list them down, give a brief description, and you probably get your 10 or 15 marks. But in ACCA, it's much different. It's a case study. They give you a case study probably of automobile industry or an airline industry or a telecommunication industry, and you have to understand how can I relate Potter's 5 forces model to that case study. So it's a very different way in which they question you and the way you have to answer the question as well. So guys, prepare according to the paper itself. Please focus on your English. Yes, I've seen a lot of students who are brilliant, but they're not able to articulate it properly in the paper, and that's where they lose marks. And remember, even if you lose 2 to 3 marks, if you say, okay, I don't mind giving 2 to 3 marks, that's the difference between getting a 48 and a 50. And that's where you pass. So those are a couple of points that will help you clear. Thanks a lot, guys. And if you guys have any other questions, any other videos which you guys want us to make, please feel free to leave a comment and we'll get back to you. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you, guys.